What's up, everybody? Steven here, the Horror Freak 85. Been a while since I've done any Wild Eye reviews, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a few today. This will be my first one, and as you can see from the title, it's called Clowns of Halloween. Now, I found this title through Hobbs Horror on his channel. He did an unboxing video of MVD movies that were sent to him, and that title was sent to him, so I figured I'd go over to Tubi and check it out. And not knowing through the video, but when I found it on Tubi, I saw it was an hour long. I was like, who could have directed that? Yep, I'm sure you probably can guess, Dustin Ferguson. So we all know what we think about his films and how his type of style is. I went ahead and watched it anyway. The movie was probably maybe 47 minutes of actually anything because, you know, the credits, end credits, and then he does in between kind of like drawn out montages or scenes or whatever you want to call them, which I'll get to through each title. The first story was called House of Giggles, and a couple of guys were throwing a party at this abandoned house where there used to be a man who lived there who worked as a party clown. He tells this story to his friends about this guy. It took place maybe 30 years prior, and so he worked as a clown during the day, but he also was a cannibal, and he killed a bunch of the town's children, ate them, had their body parts found in the house there by parents. They didn't give him a trial. This is kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street reminder theme, because what they do, the parents just hunt him down, burn him, he vows revenge, and of course his spirit comes and, you know, kills them at the party. The acting, you know, isn't the greatest in his films. There might be some that are better than the others. It was kind of cheesy, the party dance scene and stuff. It was silly. Like, one guy's just going like this, and horrible music. What I was going to say was, like, you know how there's the long, drawn-out scenes in that first story. Prior to the party, a couple of girls were shopping at Spirit Halloween, looking at costumes for like 5 minutes. It's like, okay, just pick a costume. It was kind of boring. You know how those scenes are. There weren't really too many creative kills in this movie, though I did enjoy what happened. A little spoiler alert, but he took an egg beater to one girl's face, the ghost did. So that was funny, and it was probably one of the somewhat goriest scenes in the movie. I like to see creative and new kills, but this movie didn't really have that many. So basically, you know, they're getting picked off by the clown. There may be one survivor, a little twist of what happened. You'll just have to see what happened. I don't really want to spoil it. Next one was called Doll from Hell. I didn't really like the camera work in this one because at one point, the doll that this guy got, he got it as a gift, and when he brought it home, of course, you know, he leaves, he finds the bag turned upside down and the doll moving out of place, and, you know, just weird stuff like that. But like when the doll moved around at one point up the stairs, you just see the camera moving. It was kind of horrible camera movement. I didn't really like watching. I'm like, what am I watching? And my head's almost going with it. Like, I'm just following it. Like, so if people have motion sickness, like kind of like Blair Witch, you know, camera movement, probably wouldn't recommend it. This one, another party. And the long drawn-out scene in that, the guys are decorating prior to the party, putting up spider webs, and it's just boring, you know? I mean, I know you got to set up prior to it, but the way it's set up, it's not really that exciting. They don't do anything funny. Like, even if you're making a movie and you're doing, I mean, people set up, but at least have conversation or maybe something funny or a joke or try to scare each other. So, you know, something to make it more entertaining than just music just playing and they're just decorating. It was boring, and it was long too. It wasn't like quick. So, you know, that cuts out into the movie. Like I said, the kills are not that original. Stabbings. The doll, again, is killing them. And there's another murderer. Someone else gets blamed. So there's another sort of twist. I say twist, but nothing too exciting. It's just I don't really want to spoil the ending to these if you do watch it. The last one, I think it was Deadly Premonition or something along those lines, where a girl got like a card from the Zoltar machines. I think that's the name, like the one that was in Big that granted him the wish. And it just pretty much warned her that something was going to happen. And of course, there's a jealous ex-boyfriend in it. So basically, this movie has a ghost story, an evil doll story, and a maniac ex-boyfriend story. And yeah, so, I mean, you can figure no one lives, pretty much maybe one person in it or not at all. So it's not too much spoilers. I mean, you can kind of figure in these horror movies, that kind of thing. And you know how Dustin Ferguson type movies are. I probably give it a 3.5 out of 10. Do I recommend it? I mean, if you want to kill 45 minutes, just know what you're getting into. If you've seen a Dustin Ferguson film, you know what you're getting into. I watch his movies on occasion. I mean, the one that I enjoyed most was Ebola Rex. That's probably one of the only ones. I'd have to think of what else there is because they're just pretty much the same. I don't know why I watch them. They're not, I mean, they're not that long, but I guess just something to do. So if you want, check it out. If not, you're not missing too much. I believe there might be a trailer. If there is, I'll leave a link for it down below. You can check out the trailer, a link to Wild Eye Releasing. Great independent movie company. I mean, yeah, they do release some that's not the best, but they do get some good ones. So it is a great company if you like independent horror, support your independent horror, regardless if it's Ferguson or someone else. All right, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, all that stuff, and leave a comment below if you've seen this, and I'll see you next time.